Rangers win, baby. 6-3 over the Dallas Stars. What an improvement from what we've seen the past few games from this team. Night and day, the difference. They actually looked dominant at times throughout this game. They actually looked like a team that wanted to show up, a team that was prepared to play, and a team that actually played quality hockey for once. There were times throughout this game where it didn't look perfect. Things got a little scary. I mean, it was definitely scary early on. Don't get me wrong, when they opened up the scoring as early as they did. But we're going to talk about all of it. Before we do, leave a like on the video if you do enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially Ranger fans. We cover the Rangers here heavily on the channel. And turn on your notifications as well so you know when I upload a video. But let's start and talk about this one because we have a lot to talk about. There is a lot that happened in this game. I mean, you had fights left and right. Ty Dellandrea, you absolute idiot, starting with the 2022-2023 New York Rangers, thinking you're not going to get anything back for what you did. We'll talk about it all, but like I said, started off very scary and ugly as Mason Marchment scored right away in this game, and only took about a minute into this one for Dallas to open up the scoring from Tyler Seguin. And this one was just awful, terrible board battle effort by the New York Rangers here, and Keandre Miller just lets him walk right in and shoot one past Igor Shesterkin. 1-0 game. And then the Rangers actually got some chances after. I mean, I thought that they looked bad to start, and it looked like it was going to be one of those rocky games. Then they started to get some chances as Fox broke in alone, decided not to shoot for some reason, but he ended up getting a good pass off to Mika, got a quality chance there. Gauthier then tried breaking and doing the same move that he does, and the Rangers eventually did end up scoring, and it took them 8 minutes into the first period. Schneider ends up firing one wide. Kakko, though, makes a beautiful pass across to Chris Kreider, who's there back door, taps it home on the open net, and that makes it a 1-1 game very early. And you're feeling a lot better about this one, even though the Rangers, like I said, they still did some things that you didn't like, as Robertson hits a post on a 3-on-2 as Trouba overpinched on one. Niels Lundqvist, though, then takes a penalty. He goes off for interference, and the Rangers get one good chance with it with Mika Zibanejad one-timer. That's really about it. And then Carpenter ends up taking a hooking penalty in the offensive zone. Not a smart penalty to take there, Carpenter. Not a good one at all. And thankfully, I don't think he saw much of the ice, at least from what I noticed. But Robertson ended up negating that penalty because he ended up tripping Mika Zibanejad. So we got lucked out there. And then Igor ended up getting tripped by Dellandrea, and that changed the mood of this game. The scrum after, the Rangers getting in his kitchen, getting in his face. And we saw it not stop all day because of the fact that you don't run into our goalie. This is different than when Cody Eakin ran into Henrik Lundqvist. You mess with us, you are going to get payback, and that's what I love to see from this team, them standing up for Igor. And that put the Rangers then on a 5-on-3 because Panarin and I think it was Dellandrea as well that ended up getting roughing penalties each. 5-on-3 then, but the period ended before the Rangers could get a good chance on the 5-on-3. 10-7 in favor of the Stars for shots, but it really didn't feel that way. I thought the Rangers outplayed the Stars that period. I thought that the first 5 minutes, like I said, were tough, but I thought the Rangers after that really found their game, and they actually started to play some quality hockey there, got most of the chances, and spent most of the time in the Dallas zone. I thought that it was a solid period overall. Second period, this is where things got very eventful, as the Rangers ended up scoring 59 seconds in on the power play. Vinny Trocheck, how about him taking over in Mika's spot? Mika with a beautiful pass over to Vinny Trocheck, and he shoots it from Mika's office, if you want to call it that. Fox also getting an apple. We got a 2-1 game, but we know that we can't celebrate for more than 30 seconds, quite literally 30 seconds, as Jacob Trouba couldn't win a board battle. Rope Hintz walks right in, and he ends up burying the rebound opportunity there. So 2-2 game all of a sudden. Hanley then goes off for interference, and then Igor ends up stopping Hintz on a breakaway because allowing shorthanded chances is what we like. Jones then makes a great pass over the Alexei Lafreniere. This is after the power play, I believe, and he ended up hitting the crossbar an opportunity. And then Wedgwood came in for Ottinger. Don't know if we could say that changed the game or not, but he did end up coming in. I don't even know what happened there with Ottinger. He was on the bench in the third period, so it was kind of weird to see. Don't know still what happened, but because I also was not there at the start of the period when I think they probably were talking about it. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I had the TV on mute because I was on the phone, but that is besides the point. And then Kreider ended up missing a chance wide open in the slot. This was during a 4-on-4 because Trocheck and Ben both took penalties here. The first line then swarms the Dallas net, and they just couldn't buy one past Wedgwood. Kreider ended up shooting the puck there. Puck got loose in front, and hell breaks loose. They swarm the net. Nothing ends up going, like I said. Laffy then got another chance in front. Denied. Kravtsov then, scary hit there in the corner with, I think it was Hakanpää that he ended up getting in the corner with. Very scary injury. There was some blood there on it. Kravtsov not returning, and he cannot catch a break at all. I kind of feel bad. I do feel bad for him that he can't catch a break there. And people are saying, oh, well, he's soft and everything. A couple of the injuries, yeah, you can maybe say it was a bit of soft contact and he shouldn't have. This one, I can't even blame him for. This one was an ugly hit into the boards, and it was scary. Glad that it didn't end up being as bad as we thought it was, because he could have easily have been knocked out cold there on that play there. But thankfully, he got off on his own will, and hopefully it's not going to be too significant of an injury. But hopefully, yeah, that's the case. Kravtsov, though, feel bad for the guy. To go back to the game now, Hanley goes off for tripping, and Mika gets a chance backdoor, but then the Rangers end up scoring still on the power play as beautiful passing from the point gives it down the Kreider. That's Adam Fox from the point, down the Kreider, over to Bread, and then Mika taps it in. Beautiful tic-tac-toe play there. Beautiful hockey play right there. 3-2 game. And then Miller goes off for interference, and you throw your arms up because you go, yep, of course they're going to end up taking a penalty following a goal, aren't they? And of course they're going to allow a goal probably as well, right? And thankfully not, as the Rangers had a great kill. Kreider with a big block shot. He looked a lot more noticeable today, so we'll talk about that, but beautiful block shot there. Wedgwood then with a great save on Jimmy Vesey, just flashing the leather there. And then Dallas ends up scoring the inevitable goal as the Rangers turn it over on the draw. Robertson goes 5-hole, and Igor probably should stop that, but Jacob Trouba doing nothing, just waving his stick like a Harry Potter wand. And yeah, nothing could have been done there apparently, and that ties the game. And that was pretty much a back and forth period. Very eventful period, 15-13 shots. So it kind of backs up the fact that it was back and forth. And then the Rangers in the third period, they played one of their better periods that we have seen all season long, at least in my opinion. Kakko ends up shooting one wide from the slot, and then Lindgren with with an awful turnover there. Robertson walks by Fox and Lindgren and goes 5-hole on Igor. And 4-3 game. Of course, here we go. We're going to Joe Pavelski was offsides. Thank God. Hallelujah. We lucked out, and it was not even close. And this third period was kind of slow at the start. And then the Rangers got some chances. Trouba walks in. Didn't do anything with it, but he walks in alone, and I don't know why the Rangers just elect not to shoot. First line then gets chance after chance, and they kept getting robbed. But the Rangers then eventually just explode for offense. Zach Jones ends up sniping one over the pad of Scott Wedgwood for his first NHL goal. Trocheck and Gauthier with the assist on that. Love to see Zach Jones finally get his first NHL goal. Well deserved there. And he's probably going to be in the lineup for the next game. And we also saw a defensive pair switch that I forgot to mention. We ended up seeing, what was it, Jones and Trouba, and then Schneider and Miller. Please keep it together. Please, I beg you. And then not long after that, Julien Gauthier. How about this? Sammy Blais flicks the puck up. Jones getting an assist too in this one. 2 points within the span of 30 seconds, 20 seconds even for the guy. Blais flicks the puck up. Julien Gauthier breaks past both of the Dallas defenders there, and I don't know what Scott Wedgwood was doing, but he makes a diving effort and he buries it home on the empty net. 5-3 game. Kreider then throwing a hit on Dellandrea after, and then the Rangers make it 6-3 not too long after that, as on the delay penalty. Beautiful passing by the Rangers. Beautiful work here, and it eventually leads to a goal as Mika sets up Trocheck again for a beautiful play there. Lafreniere with an assist as well. Trocheck buries it home. What a snipe. 6-3 game. Blais then goes off for cross-checking. Gaudreau also took a penalty because of him going after Dellandrea, but it does not matter. The Rangers hold on and win this game. Shots in the third, 8-7 in favor of Dallas. Shots in the game, 33-27 in favor of Dallas. 54-46 in favor of the Rangers in the faceoff dot. The power play, 2 for 5. Thank you. 0 for 4 for the Dallas power play. 18-13 in favor of the Rangers for hits. The hits went a lot towards Delandria's way. You don't run over our goalie. Block shot 17-16 in favor of Dallas, and then 8 giveaways for the Rangers, 5 for the Stars. What a bounce back performance from what we've seen. Night and day, in my opinion. And I know people are going to allude to the fact that the defense was a bit shaky at times, but to me, this was more about, one, getting the win so they know what winning feels like, and they know, again, that this is what they need, that they need to start feeling the winning mentality so they could actually get it back and actually start playing some good hockey. And also, two, I'm also just happy because it was little spurts where they took some shifts off. It wasn't anything drastic. And in the third period, they looked absolutely phenomenal. I'm not going to complain with what we saw there. In terms of how each individual line played out for the game, the first line, definitely the best line of the day. Kakko, Zibanejad, Kreider, absolutely great day for them. And it shows the difference when Kreider is playing versus when he's not showing up. When Kreider is actually on his game, look at this, a goal, an assist, 5 shots on goal, 4 hits. Look at the difference it made for the line today. Kakko getting an assist as well. He looked great today, as always. Kakko has looked just absolutely unreal, and he's been consistent all season long, which is what we love to see. Zibanejad, 3 points on the day, 5 shots on goal. Great day for all of those guys. Easily the best line for the Rangers today, and Dallas just couldn't figure them out. Dallas had no solution to that problem. Well, not a problem for us, problem for them, but it was just absolutely fun to watch that line cook together. Second line, they were a little more up and down. Panarin, Trocheck, and Lafreniere. I thought that overall, though, they played a very solid game. Panarin with a point, a shot on goal. I thought that he looked great. There were times where he was leaving pucks in the middle of the ice, which, again, we talked about all the time. He does that. Trocheck, though, great game for him. 64% in the faceoff dot to highlight with his 2 goals and assists. 3 points on the day for him. 3 shots on goal, throwing hits, getting physical, too, which we like to see. You like to see him get the helmet thrown off of him because he's getting in there, going at it with Jamie Benn a bit. Loved what I saw from Trocheck today. And then Lafreniere, I mean, he had great chances. Ended up getting a point, thankfully, on this one. 3 hits on the day. Got a shot on goal. Hit the crossbar on 1. Great day for Alexis Lafreniere, in my opinion. A lot better than what we saw. The third line, which was different today. You had Kravtsov today with Gaudreau and Vesey, which unfortunately we didn't get to see good enough of a look at. Gaudreau, 55% in the faceoff dot. Outside of that, I thought it was a little bit of a step back from what we saw against the Islanders. I thought that he played a little bit worse. Still a pretty solid game for the most part. I'm not going to complain too much from what we saw with Barclay Gaudreau. Decent game for him. Kravtsov, again, unfortunate injury, and he only got 5 minutes of ice time because of it. Very unfortunate. It's tough to even evaluate his game. Jimmy Vesey, decent game for him. There were times that I didn't like his play, but for the most part, I thought that he played a decent game. And then when it comes to the fourth line, Blais, no Ryan Reeves, which is how it should be right now. Blais, Carpenter, even though it got physical out there, Carpenter and Gauthier. Gauthier needs to stay in the lineup. A 2-point game for the guy. 2 hits, a shot on goal. He actually is the reason the fourth line got opportunities offensively. Carpenter as well, I thought, had a pretty good look offensively as well. He didn't get a shot on goal off of it, but he had a chance to get a shot on goal from it, and I think he missed wide on an opportunity. But Carpenter, I thought, played a decent game. There were times where, again, that penalty I didn't like that he took, but a better game than what we've seen, I will say. Not a great game, but a better game than what we've seen from him. And then Sammy Blais played one of his better games that we've seen since last season. Probably his best game since last season. A point for him on the day, 3 hits. Didn't like the penalty that he took, but it was late in the game, so I'll give him a pass. But overall, great game from Sammy Blais. And then the defense, we have some different deep pairs to talk about, because I do not want to talk about the bad today. I don't. When Miller and Trouba were together, they were awful. They were bad. But when they were broken apart, Lindgren and Fox, I didn't like what they did on that offsides goal. You're lucky it was offsides. Otherwise, one, the game may have went out differently, because who knows if the Rangers explode for offense after that. They might have not had any momentum in this game. And then 2, they needed to be better on that, but I'll give them a pass because it was offsides. But you can't do stuff like that. You can't. And thankfully, Lindgren ended up sitting for a shift after that, because yeah, you can't make a play like that or you're going to sit. I liked that Gallant showed a little bit more discipline in today's game. But when Jones was with Trouba, I liked it a lot more. 2-point game for Zach Jones. Thought he had a great game even when he was playing with Schneider. I thought that he showed up and said, yeah, I'm not sitting in the press box no more. You are going to play me. Loved what I saw there from Jonesy. And then Trouba, 4 shots on goal. Didn't shoot it, though, to Queens, to the Bronx, wherever in New York you want to say, because he actually shot to the goalie's chest on a couple of those. Awful defensively in today's game, but once they made the deep pair switch, I thought he was better. Same goes for Miller. I thought he was awful defensively as well, and I thought he got better. There was one play I think he made on Robertson, though, that stood out to me defensively, so I'll give him credit there. But outside of that, I thought he was bad defensively until, again, they made the switch and put him with Schneider. I think this is going to be the deep pairs going forward. I think it has to be. I mean, I liked it a lot more. That's just me personally, but you guys, of course, could let me know. And then Igor Shesterkin had a bit of a shaky game. I thought that the Robertson goal, he probably shouldn't have let up. But outside of that, I mean, most of the time the defense let the guys walk in. I will give him a bit of a pass on that. But I'm very happy with what I saw in today's game. Rangers win this one. Let's get to Twitter. And we only have one comment. New York Style 24 says, is Julian Gauthier elite? Yes. Yes, he is. And no, but in all seriousness, he needs to be in the everyday lineup, because look at the difference in the bottom 6 when he is there versus when he's not. And you need to be playing a guy like this over Ryan Reeves, who is going to both do things defensively and chip in a little offensively. It can't be just, oh, let's go out and play gritty. No, no, no. You got to go out there and produce a little offensively too. And you actually got some scoring from the bottom 6 and some production offensively. And it made it more difficult of a day for Dallas when they were trying to decide the matchups, trying to stop the offense from going. It made it more difficult, and it was inevitable. He needs to be playing more. Simple as that. But let me know your thoughts, everyone, on this game in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you guys are new, especially your Ranger fans, and turn on your notifications too so you know when I upload next, and I will see you in the next one. Let's go, Rangers.